Hi, I'm Rick Peterson with 3P Sports. We're going to give you a preview to the postseason. The key for postseason success is starting pitching. The Yankees have three excellent starting pitchers at the top of the rotation. Number one, CC Sabathia, coming off a great year, great acquisition for the Yankees this year. Number two, Andy Pettitte, all-time veteran, has had great postseason success. And A.J. Burnett, who's new to the postseason, coming off a very good year, but has struggled towards the end of the year. We're going to show you and give you an insight of their deliveries when they're successful and when they start to struggle. Let's start with CC. The reason why he's so successful, number one, a dominating strike thrower. Has an excellent changeup and a chase breaking ball where he likes to throw it in the back foot to a right-hander. He'll also throw it down and away to a left-hander, having them chase out of the strike zone. He pitches ahead of the count consistently. Once he gets ahead of the count, he expands the strike zone by dominating with an elevated fastball, a changeup down out of the strike zone, or a slider, a nasty slider in the dirt, enticing the hitter to chase. That's why CC has been successful. When he gets in trouble, he'll be late, his arm action, and his arm angle is late at foot contact, and then he starts to elevate fastballs and elevate his off-speed pitches in the strike zone. When he dominates at the top of that rotation, the Yankees have a great opportunity to get that first game. Let's talk about Andy. The key to Andy's success is that cutter. He dominates left-handers by throwing that cutter down and away. He likes to back foot it to a righty, and he also will like to elevate it on a righty's hands. When Andy is successful, once again, pitches ahead of the count, gets that chase slider out of the strike zone, throw it down and away to a lefty, chasing it out of the strike zone, and he'll back foot it to that righty, and they swing over it. Andy is a postseason warrior. The Yankees can always count on him in the postseason. He's had a great second half, holds runners on, outstanding, definitely shuts down the running game. A great opportunity for the Yankees to capture another win with Andy Pettitte. Now, let me tell you about A.J. A.J. will consistently struggle to throw strikes. That is his real dilemma. When you look at counts in the major leagues, when the hitter starts to count 2-0 or 2-1, the average on-base percentage in the major leagues is over .480. Really look for A.J. to throw 1-1 strikes. If he falls behind that count 2-1, that's a long, rough day for A.J. He's had a rough second half. He's coming off a great start, coming into the postseason. He's new to the postseason, so those postseason butterflies are really critical. And one key that they always talk about in the postseason, it's good to have butterflies, but they got to fly in formation. Now, we're going to give you an insight to what's critical in the biomechanics of the pitching delivery. Number one, when the foot strikes the ground, whether it's from the windup or the stretch, it's critical that the arm, the elbow is shoulder height, the hand is somewhere in this position. From a back angle, you see it from here. If it's too low or too far back, that constitutes and pitches up in a strike zone and also a risk of injury. If the elbow gets above the shoulder line, that is also something to look for, and that's a characteristic of A.J. When you take a look at CC and Andy, they consistently have movement. Hands and legs are moving together, that when their foot strikes the ground, their arm is almost always in perfect position. They get in trouble when the elbow gets too low. That'll cause them to elevate pitches up in the strike zone. A.J., on the other hand, from the set position, hands are up high. As he starts his leg, his hands have no movement. That causes A.J., he leads with his elbow, and consistently he gets down in here. From a back angle, you'll see it from here. When his foot strikes the ground, his hand and arm, elbow above the shoulder line, hand somewhere down in here, and that causes him to elevate the fastball, hang breaking balls. When he's consistent and on time, A.J. gets more in this position, just like Andy and CC. These are the keys to look for. When their biomechanics are sound and they're on their game, they locate pitches down in the strike zone and expand when they get ahead. For the Yankees to have postseason success, it's critical that their pitchers' deliveries are on time, they're biomechanically sound, pitching at the top of their game. What is a biomechanical analysis? A biomechanical analysis gets 14 measurements of your pitching delivery. For example, stride length, or your arm angle at foot contact. It's critical that all these measurements are in the normative ranges for you, number one, to maximize your performance, and number two, to reduce that risk of injury. The basis of the biomechanical analysis is from the research and development from Dr. James Andrews, the founder of the American Sports Medicine Institute. To learn more about maximizing your performance, minimizing your risk of injury, contact us at 3psports.com.